Hello and welcome to Cherry Hills, and we are going to be doing a few things today on the farm, and first of which is we are going to seed field 2, our new improved field 2. So we are here with our big bud. It's pretty much anything we can use on this field. It's huge. We're going to take this over to this far side and we're going to kick stuff off, and let's get going. Basically, let's say this is our kind of new field 2. We do need to do quite a bit of essentially seed to this thing, and what I'm going to do is set this off with course play. We've got a couple of things I want to do today and sort of get done. One of which is, as I say, kick off this seeding. We have some stuff that needs to kind of get transported, and we'll be doing a few things on the farm on this game day. One of which we've got some crops to harvest from our previous set of seeding, and we'll have those crops. We'll have a bit of sort of general tasks to do. See the truck and trailer up there that you can just see. That's actually one of the things we need to do. We need to take that up to one of the lumber mills. So field 3 is not ready for harvesting. Field 1 and field 10 are. So we'll do those at some point. And we're going to see field 2, and we're going to do field 5 as well at some point in this game day. So let's first off, I can't remember what I've got on. Field 1 has got sunflowers. Field 10 has got barley, and field 3 has got sorghum. So I'm going to put spelt on field 2. So let's just get ourselves into the right thing. Bring up course play. And we are going to be seeding, so give it set for seed. We are going to do our seed, our course. Sorry. This is our field 2, and we are going to. We're going to need headlands on this. I am going to just bring up the thing. And I am going to, where are we? We've learned starting corner. So we are in the south west corner, and we are going to be going north. So let's generate the course. You can see that's the starting point here. Got a big seeder on this guy, so we're going to essentially be doing this. Hopefully we shouldn't have any issues. So let's kind of get this started. So let's pull this over here and kind of give ourselves a bit of a run-in. Ready to go. I am going to get rid of that. Now move that over. So we get to that, we'll go to the first waypoint, and then we'll do drive course. This will get started and get seeding. So that's that started. We do have another vehicle up here. This guy needs to do field 5. we'll actually easily get this one done as well. We'll kick this off. This is going to be easy. And we are starting in the north east corner, and we are going to be going south. And we just need one headland on this field. And do generate. Now, what are we going to put down? Well, let's see. Canola, soybeans. Actually, let's put some canola down. I don't think we've actually got canola on anything at the moment. So, get this over there, and we'll actually set it up at first waypoint. And this is one of the original Cherry Hills fields. Actually, it was I don't think we actually did any modification to this field. And this basically means it's got curved edges, so it could be interesting. Drive course. Get them started. And we shall leave them to it. So, we do have one little task I need to do. I actually want to buy this field. This is field 7. It's something I've been thinking about for a while. And we are going to actually do some stuff on this once we get it. I wanted to buy this field partly because I wanted to make this a small field for root crops. And basically what I was going to do is I'm going to cut this section here off. I'm going to go across with the roller and cut it off. And then basically just use the bottom bit of the field. So we are going to do that in today's episode. But what I am going to do first is I'm going to do a little bit of transport. So we're going to drop down here into this. I am going to buy this field now whilst I'm here. This field is going to cost us 1.9 million. So it's not bad. Good chunk of money. We have the money, that's fine. So we bought the field. And I'm going to nip down to here. This this tractor trailer needs to go up to the lumber mill. Now, unfortunately, and this is part of the problem, we're going to go up the side of the field, as you can see that's being sown. And I'm going to can't really go too quickly, because if we go too quickly we'll flip over. This has been loaded up, and we need to deliver this to the. So we need to deliver it to the lumber mill up actually near field 7. Basically, I'm going to take this up this way, partly because what I want to do is I want to use effectively this entrance to the lumber yard to basically avoid having to go across the railway lines. Have to essentially avoid the sale points. You've actually done a bit of tidying up in here actually earlier. So what we'll do, we're not going to do a road train, partly because the road train won't work with the logs that we've got. These are the long cut logs that we cut a long time ago now actually. We cut these logs a long time ago. That's that track there is basically pickup truck is going pretty slowly. To be fair, we're going 63 miles an hour, so we probably need to slow down a tad. So we're don't want to flip over, but I don't want to steer too heavily. passing central distribution. I've been looking at a few maps recently, and some people have been taking a very similar idea to what I've been kind of doing. I was looking at I think I actually published this essentially yesterday. What was it? I think it was Saxony map. That Saxony map actually uses, essentially used the central distribution idea. I'm not sure if they use the same principle for loading, but they did. I think they had a central distribution warehouse, which was kind of cool. And I think they used the little storage idea with a couple of things like the fish farm. Very soon, we haven't done any kind of modifications to this map for a little while actually. What I'm going to be doing when we've completed a year on Snetterton's farm, we will actually be doing a bit of a kind of addition to that map. So this is completely empty. Needs loading up. There we have it. We've filled this up. Just unlock that for the moment. Lock it down. And we will take what's left and drop them into Taffy's tables. So Taffy's table's got some in there. What we'll do is we'll take this back, pick up some more logs, and bring them back up. So, gotta say we're kind of definitely breaking the speed limit. 50 miles an hour. We're going a lot quicker than that. I'm going to try and turn this corner without making a mess. So yeah, what we'll do is on the Snetterton's farm map we'll start to add some nice production items. We'll probably put on probably going to put in the orchards first. They're a nice long-term thing. What we're also going to stick in is central distribution. That's definitely going to go in. And we'll probably drop in a couple of other things as well, such as some new dairy items. The dairy is going to get revamped completely. Currently the dairy, just the GE dairy, not this one which just passed, is just milk and cheese. What we're going to do is we're going to do milk, cheese and yogurts and stuff. I'm going to nip down, but we are going to nip across the railway line, and then we're going to do the same thing up by the edge of the field. Not the best way. Should really have like a crossing spot on this map on the railway line down here. See those in the logs. Whoa! Really shouldn't be doing this. It's not very what do you call it? It's not very ballistic, but anyway. Okay, so I just need to turn on that because I don't know what side we're currently on. Just lock that and turn that off. Let's load a few more from over here. Okay, I think we're full. Okay. Just slowly turn around. I don't want to be falling. I don't want it to be falling over, as it were. You have to be careful with this load. It does look a little bit wobbly. Really shouldn't be going this fast, but same deal. Up through the yard. Make it nice and slowly. Try and avoid the various sail points, as it were, and make our way back onto the thing. So let's just have a look. So we've got stuff that's basically working on the fields. We've got deliveries of wood to be made. We will head up to that yard again, and we will drop a little bit into the taffy's table so it's full up. Then we'll leave the rest of the wood there for use later on. Barreling down on these things, and it's like so good there's not two-way traffic on this map, because kind of basically using these roads, well, we're going 70 miles an hour according to this, and on a 50 mile an hour road in a lorry with a lot of wood. To be fair, I've never actually used the trains on this map. I have never actually got into the trains. I actually do not know where they are. They're somewhere on the far side of the map, and they've not moved since day one. We've never actually moved them. Don't load anything onto them. We've always used the road to move things around. Never used rail. I'm not one for using the rail for wood for stock, because it's just such a pain to load. The auto load is the best way. Granted, we could use it for the grain movement, because that's fairly straightforward. Right, let's come up with this turn. I'll do this gently. I don't want to flip over. We could do another couple of crossings like that further down. Let's just drive this over this a little bit, and we'll take off some of these logs. And that's good. And that's basically got those. And we'll just leave this here. Just that down and lock it in. We probably don't need to fill this up. This has still got quite a lot of wood. This is what we loaded all the wood from when we did field 1. It had over 6 million litres of wood, and it's just still going. It's producing all this good stuff that's going into the central distribution. So we've kind of done that. So we moved some stuff up. Let's head here. So this is basically where we're going to basically work on field 7. So I think I've kind of lined myself up as you can see, this is literally just on the bit where it starts to turn. And so we need GPS mod, and we need to set up the view. We're going to use this to control this as we go across. So basically what we're doing here is we're going to cut across this field, and we're going to do that maybe 3 times to get a nice little border basically. And in essence we're going to separate off the left hand side as we're looking at things from the right, and the left hand side is going to become our new root crop field. Once we've done this, we'll run a plough over it, and then we'll fertilise it, run a plough over it, and we should be good. And we'll probably do a seed. We won't do the seed. I don't think we'll do the seed in this episode. I don't think we'll have time. We might have time to kick off the ploughing on fertilising, so I'm not sure. We'll see how this goes. So I've got that down. I'm just going to run across. So we just run across here. It's quite a long field, this. It's an interesting field. It's got a nice odd shape to it, and this is actually probably a really good field, prime candidate for reshaping into a square field at some point. As you can see, we've got a nice bit of woodland over there on the right, as you can see, and I think, you know, it's an odd shape, and we can definitely essentially straighten this thing out at some point and make it, you know, a nicer squarer field. But at the moment, I think we're just going to cut it and make it smaller. Partly because I want to run some root crops, but I really just don't want a huge field for root crops, especially on this map, because this is a 4x map, and you know, we did a lot of sugar beet, for instance, when we had it on field 1 before we did our resize, and we got a huge crop. And it took us a long time to actually do that crop. So having this kind of smaller field will actually help. And the other thing I was thinking as well is potentially I have 2 fields here. I can reshape the top half and make it a field, and keep this smaller second half, so we can actually have 2 small fields that we could use as an option as well. So we've got a nice thing, but we're gonna, as I say, we are gonna basically do this like 3 times, I think, and then we'll essentially run a tractor and plough up here, and a tractor, and actually we've got a sprayer in the thing, and we'll use that to do the fertilise for this. So we've got a sprayer. At the BGA just here, actually, so we'll let this run. And I say we'll do this 2 or 3 times. 2's good, but 3's better, I think. So we do have a sprayer in the BGA, which we can use, and then we'll use that for fertilizer, and then we will basically bring a plough up and we'll go over it with the plough. Because this field will not have been ploughed, so it will need ploughing. And yeah, so we're going to get this all cleaned up and ready to go. It's quite a nice little field. Is this field 7? It's quite a nice. It's actually quite, you know, like field 6 is a really good grass field, and we get so much grass off it. It seems such a waste not to use it all the time, but you know, there's only so much grass we can actually use. It really is. I've kind of been debating since we've kind of moved to the single player kind of look of this map, using course play and the like to help make things a little bit easier. We could probably do a few more fun things with that field. For instance, cutting the grass, picking up the grass, and then dumping the grass straight into the BGA is possibly one way to go. What I'll do if I'm going to do that, I'm going to use a smaller forage trailer than I normally use, because that will give us the ability just to kind of dump when we're full, and by the time we're full, we'll dump it, we'll go back out into the field, and it's all automatic with the with courseplay, and we can literally just loop that around and run it. So what I'm going to do, so we've got this running. Nice. So I think I'm going to go back again. When we get to the end, we'll come back. Actually, now we'll actually kick off the fertilizer, and then we'll come back, because the fertilizer needs to get started on the field. We've now got it separated. I kind of need to do a field, so just essentially capture the field with the with courseplay, get the sizing. Once we've done this, we should be okay for field 2, hopefully. Should work it out. Sorry, not field 2, we're field 7, sorry. Do need to empty out our pallets of the sheep. I didn't actually reduce the number of sheep like I did with the cows and the pigs when we kind of switched to single player, and I think I might need to, because we do actually fill up that wool section pretty quickly. So when we get to the end here, we'll turn around, but we'll nip out and grab the sprayer, and then we'll start the sprayer on the field, and that should really kick off the process. I kind of want to get it fertilised once before we then plough it, and then we'll get fertilised when we seed. So I'm going to turn around, just get this lined up for the reverse pass. But I am going to nip out. So there is a fertiliser spreader in here, so in this shed. So we went over too far, but there is a little Massey Ferguson here. Little Massey Ferguson. I'm going to take him and set him off on that field. Normally we use this guy on there, but we will use him on here for the moment. And we'll set this off. It's quite handy having it close by, so we don't have to bring it up from quite a long way away. Give it a bit of time to get started, and we are going to use courseplay. So we need fertiliser and spreading. We are field 7, so kind of got to look actually what it thinks is. So we're going to just drive up here. I want to make sure this has detected the right bit of field. Nope, it hasn't. So we need to redetect this field. So hold on. need to remember how to do this. I can never remember how to do this. It's so annoying. I can never remember how I do this. Oh dear. Calculate current field's edge path. That's the one. Right, hopefully this will actually be the right size. Yep, that's good. So we will call this, we're going to save this as a field. So we're going to save this. We calculated the thing. We are going to overwrite that field 7 edge path, and then we're going to go to this, and you should see now we have a user edge path. That's good. So we are in the south east corner, so we're going to be starting, and we're going to be heading west. We don't need a headland on this, we just need to generate the course. And we will turn around and we will hit first waypoint and try a course. We should be good to go. And what I'm going to do at this point is we need a plough. And I think the nearest one is down here actually. Nope, that's the cultivator. We need this guy actually. This is going to be we have to run a plough up. Take us a few minutes to ride up there. We'll try and go. We'll go cross country for this, get up to the usual bit, and then go on the road. This is going to be quick. See, that's we're still working on that field, and it's still going. It's still going. The great thing about course play, it makes some of these odd shaped fields really straightforward. And we've straightened a lot of this out, but there's still quite a lot of curvy bits in this. So it's really good that the course play can sort of just make handling headlands and all that stuff really, really straightforward. It's an amazing mod, and if you're playing single player, it is a must these days, especially if you're playing a big map such as this. These big 4x maps are challenging when playing. Whoops, almost rammed the car. When playing by yourself, and helpers, they do an okay job. But things like AI extension, that works well. But course play definitely has the edge over things like AI extension. So we're not gonna start the ploughing just yet. We're gonna take this up. We'll probably we need to let that sprayer basically get a good way into that field. It's going to take a few minutes, and I am going to cut across. Well, I'm going to take a little right here, and then I'm going to cut into the field top here. I'm going to just go across this top edge. You'll see the sprayer basically. Oh, it's going backwards for some reason. I don't know why. It's just turning around. So you can see it's done one edge. This tractor and this ploughed pretty quick, so we definitely want to let that guy get a good way into the field before we even bother looking at that. So we're going to get this down here ready to go. So he should be really much good to go once we've done a few. I'll get him to do maybe 2 or 3 rows before we even start the tractor with the plough. That, as I say, that sprayer is not the quickest. So we're going to leave that there, and we're going to jump in this guy here and just finish off. We lined up before. We've got the roller down. Let's just move forward. So we're just going to let that go. Finish up. So we've got the sprayer going on the field. We've got the roller going on the field as well to kind of give us a nice little side headland. And we've kind of done a few things today. So we moved a bit of wood. We've set off some seeding. And we are kind of running a roller over a field to kind of get our field shaped, and we are preparing our field 7, our new smaller field 7, for a root crop. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on it yet. Probably some sugar beet or maybe even potatoes. I don't know. We only have 2 choices, so it's a 50-50 choice. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and if you have, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And with that, I will leave you all. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and see you guys next time.